Hi, everybody. Welcome to the episode 8 of Humans of Testing. Today, we'll be chatting with Om. Sometimes I dearly call them Om Sir. As you can see, he's got a lot of laurels and books that he has published in the background. Our topic for today is the Salesforce org health check. Very interestingly, Salesforce org health checks are like your bank balance. Only when you go read them is when you know were there more credits or more debits. So today we'll be discussing that same with the founder and CEO of AppyCrown, Om Prakash. So let's get going, guys. Okay, quick introductions first. My name is Robin. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at TestZeus. I'm an open source contributor, international speaker to conferences like Dreamforce, author of the Ultimate Selenium WebDriver for Test Automation book, which is on Amazon, and running the world's first agent for testing Salesforce product at TestZeus. In very simple words, what TestZeus does is that we build AI agents for testing Salesforce and Agentforce. But this is not about us. This is about the community and your Salesforce org health checks. Which brings me to the guest of honor, Om Prakash. Om is the founder and CEO at AppyCrown. He's a Salesforce MVP Hall of Fame, a brilliant individual. And whenever you see him speaking, he will always be speaking the truth from his heart. He's the author for Salesforce Automation with Salesforce Flows and Epics, an experienced technology veteran of the IT industry, of the beloved Salesforce India community. But, what should people know which they will not find on your resume or LinkedIn? How would you introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Robin, for introduction. I love helping people who really need to learn new skills. And I can say I connect the dots where there is a gap. Let's say someone not from technology background, but they are interested to explore technology. I really try my best to help them become a great technical expert because nowadays skills matters.
Yeah. Oh, very true. I think I will remember this. This has made my day that whether it is agent or it is humans, skills really matter.
Right.
Okay, cool. So that brings us, sir, to the topic at hand, the Salesforce org health check. What breaks AI automation and scale? So let's try to identify what's holding your Salesforce implementation back from scaling up. From here onwards, I'll be kind of a student to Om, sir. I will ask questions. I'll run the slides. On to you, Om. Let's go.
Yes. So, Ravin, like interesting thing we both experienced in many orgs. Like everyone has a story. We all have some story, right? Same thing, every Salesforce org has a story. And in the real life, like when we are going to watch a movie, we are
Yeah.
expecting happy ending, right? Same thing. Our Salesforce orgs. Okay, a story is on the happy path, or hey, why I am using this, right? So today in our conversation, we are going to discuss the both path together.
Okay, got it. No, I think I really like that angle that, every Salesforce org has a story. A lot of times it's a horror story, but we will get it. Okay, so the story begins. Tell us about it all.
Yeah, and nowadays we can see everywhere, right? In we heard from everyone, AI. Same, we want to share, like let's say a CEO. Good thing we both are representing different companies, right? But here we are helping companies grow with AI and Salesforce. So let's say one CEO is coming to office. They are very excited. Hey, we are good to go with AI. A team is happy. Wow, something new to learn, right? But कहते हैं ना picture अभी बाकी है. Real story is to begin. So if you go next slide, please.
Okay, sure.
So in reality, and I'm very much sure you are experiencing this with many people, right, in the ecosystem on the daily basis. Like, because Salesforce, that's currently world number one CRM from 8+ years. And we can assume, okay, many companies are using from more than decades. And even today, we see many orgs have lots of Apex classes and those is never modified, like those classes were never modified in the last 10 years. Means we can see couple of things has been outdated there, right?
Correct.
Same workflow rules, process builders. Now Salesforce suggesting go with flows. Even workflow rules are retired, but still they are running in the background. And lots of duplicate data, lots of data with missing some of the important fields, decision maker making fields, and those are the roadblocker currently. And now
Correct.
surprise thing is that oh, now we have to implement the AI or first fix the org.
Yeah. Correct. I think I can totally relate to it. Very interesting. Everybody's super charged with AI,
Mhm.
but like the ground reality when you talk to architects and when you go to these events and you meet people, they are like, "See, we'll do AI," but this is where the reality hits you. That
Right,
the fields don't have last name field, or as you said, the decision maker field is missing. The
right.
dollar attribution is missing. But the CEO, that CEO on the previous slide, they want some magic of AI.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and this was not happening overnight. No one, no any company, CEO, any leaders really want ki, okay, they face this type of challenges. But why this happened? Because let's say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, okay, we had limited users, limited
Correct.
data, right? Simple automations. So it's fine. But company we grow, right? And with growth path, if you go on next screen, happy life, how it converted to the really
Yeah.
complex life. And
Yeah.
we say success is, we are happy with success, but there is side effect of success. you can you can see a couple of things we listed here. Earlier 5 users, now 500 users. That time only sales cloud, now multiple clouds, right? Multiple Apex class, multiple integrations, multiple automations. And once we have large set of code, larger number of automation, sometimes I see even expert developer just focus what we need today. I'm going to
Hmm.
fix something today, and accidentally, unintentionally, something broken from the previous existing features, right?
Correct.
And all the combination of the growth making our org unhealthy.
Yeah.
So
Correct. No, I would totally agree. And also, I think, see, so like I have done both full stack web development and then
hmm,
some parts Salesforce development. Since Salesforce makes it so easy to develop new things, right? Adding a new
right,
custom object, a new LWC component, one thing here, one thing there. I can actually relate to this picture. This looks like Bangalore traffic. So 10 years ago, it was very simple, all greenery, parks, whatever. And now suddenly you have traffic jam everywhere
right,
because it is so easy to build on new things. Now I can totally relate to this picture for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So I'll move on to the next one.
yeah, please.
Okay.
And problem is not only in our previous discussion, real problems begin now. Because what happened, like if someone say, hey, deployment error happening, what do we say? We only go and fix that maybe test class only for the current deployment. No
Correct.
one is going to care, to be honest, like, okay, what's happening for other test classes? Just choose run a specific classes, options we have, right? Go ahead. Some automation is failing. Okay, fix the current one. But in the reality, like how a real architect, a consultants help that or growth,
Correct.
look on the side effect.
Correct.
If I am going to change the timeout of one integration for a very basic example, right?
Yeah.
Will it impact the other integration related to the next, like let's say success happen, then what will
Yeah.
happen next action? Correct. Same thing, duplicate record. Okay, let's merge the duplicate record. What
Yeah.
about the data? Are you
Correct.
looking what important data you are missing out during merge?
Correct.
So just suggestion is don't fix the okay problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Generally fever happen, hey, take the medicine. No,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
and the root cause. Why
Yeah.
doctor suggests why fever is coming, right?
Yeah.
There is many reasons.
Correct. Yeah. No, I think I really like that idea. And just adding two more points, I think I really love that doctor analogy that people go and eat some paracetamol or something, and they don't realize after many paracetamols, now there are other damages to the body. And it's the
Yeah,
same problem. If, like, as a Salesforce developer, or when people are fixing those issues, they just point that one test class or that one thing and then just make the deployment successful and then go home. So also on the testing side, like, do you think testing would be one of the root causes here?
100%. Because uh, nowadays, especially like AI can generate the code, right? And we are using it proudly. That's fine. But what I feel, Robin, nowadays, even developer is leaving the unit testing. They are also
Yeah,
not doing proper testing, assuming AI ka code hai. AI has given the code, it's correct.
it will work.
And,
Yeah.
and that assumption going to the QA round. And even
Correct,
if QA will not do the proper testing,
correct,
it will not happen. Like let's say nowadays, what happened in some organization, not everywhere, in some organization. Okay, let's do testing in the some of the org, even not partial sandbox. They are deployed to production, but
correct,
but I always say my team, hey, without proper unit testing in the partial sandbox, don't go in the production. Because see, you
correct,
have to play with real data. And in the partial
correct,
sandbox, generally you have the data similar to your production, right?
correct.
So of course, testing plays a very important role. And here you are from the that side of expert.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. I think one of the things we frequently discuss in house as well is that, see, you will never give your bank statements to ChatGPT. So then, why are you treating your code base, which will hopefully generate bank statement for you, and just give it to ChatGPT and ask you to write code
Mhm.
without testing it in detail? But I have also seen that a lot of times, as you rightly said, people just push code and data to production without even batting an eye, and is one of the root causes. But
Right.
okay, we will move
We think
forward.
positive scenarios, right? We think, okay,
Yeah,
positive scenario is working,
things
just
will
go ahead.
happen. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think this is a really important slide. What's happening with the health check?
Yes. So this check marks, these pillars, I believe, prepare us for implement the AI and go AI ready. Let's start with data, then automation. As we discussed quickly, like how duplicate data, how missing the important fields can create some issues, right? Same with
Correct,
automation. We'll talk more in the next slide. Like in the automation, still workflow rule is running. Nowadays, flow is very powerful, but I see, like, let's say I have to update few fields on the account. I see
yeah.
3 or 4 flows created by some user, some developers, some admins, and all are doing similar things. Why not merge
Hmm.
in one before context or one after context, right? So duplicate automation there, recursion there. That's also causing
Correct.
issues.
Yeah. See, I
Code,
will actually, sorry, I will maybe pause
yeah.
you and ask you that, actually one of the projects that I looked at, we discussed this, and in the stand up, we said, hey, we should just merge these flows and this. I
Mhm.
think people are just afraid of the risk that if I do this, then what will happen, right?
Yes.
How do people come out of that risk mindset? How do we make them optimize that? No, no, it's okay. You should take the risk, and it will be fine. We will optimize the code base and the flow structure. Or no, I don't know.
Okay, so I follow one strategy for this one. First thing, we have description field optional, like in the every
Correct,
flow, but don't assume that's optional. Write the
correct,
proper description. Why this new flow version there, right?
correct,
What changes there, and have proper technical document. If everything is documented, I think I can read that. I can analyze
correct,
the risk. I can try out, but
correct,
only developer is not wrong here. They are maybe some developer 10 years back, someone has
correct.
written a complex flows, and you as a CEO, as a leader, hey, give me this in the 8 hours. In the
Yeah,
8 hours, they will focus on the development of their feature, or they will take the risk. So
correct.
actually, I am saying this, Ravi.
Yeah,
I have been in the both side. I was the
exactly.
developer, I was architect. Now I am running a company, so I can see the both side of picture.
Correct. Yeah, I think very interesting thing you mentioned that people don't like the description of the flows. Um, very recently we are working with a customer, a large healthcare customer, and they are actually very smart. What they did was that we asked them that, okay, can you help us with the flow documentation, right?
Mm,
And they actually generated the whole documentation using Claude. That,
okay.
see, this is the flow, this is what it does. They use the flow XML files to write that whole documentation. And when we gave it to our AI agent, it did like a whole lot better testing because now it knew what did the flow actually do in the patient journey. But I think to your point, documentation plays a very important role in the world of AI now.
Correct.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, back to you, sir. Yeah,
Yeah, so thank you. And we discussed about code. Same happen with security, right? Let's say some records is there. I should not have access, but I can modify that. I can see
yeah,
that, right? Integration we discussed already earlier, right?
correct.
Uh, Integration is sometimes seems like from developer point of view, because I have done lots of integration. It's very
Yeah,
easy things, but behind the scene, it's very complex thing. It's
correct.
connecting the two system. It's somehow, hey, when failure happen, no one is watching that. Like
Yeah,
I, on the screen, I am doing something, click, then
yeah,
something happening, I can see the error message. But behind the scene, let's say some integration running at 9 p.m.,
yeah,
something happened wrong.
correct,
If someone notified on time, do you have proper error log, right?
correct,
So these things really, because let's say in future you have automated something, hey, AI will do this integration, okay, AI will
correct,
call that model, AI will call that logic, that's fine. But what happened when something happened unexpected?
correct. Exactly. I think integrations also like um, thanks to how Salesforce is built, right? The platform itself.
Mhm.
A lot of time these silent failures happen, right?
Right.
And then one day in production, suddenly you get like this paging message, hi, this bad job stopped running. And then you never realize that, oh, this was like a third party integration or there are these silent failures which are happening. Have you seen any of these?
Right.
Yeah.
So here again, I am going back on our documentation part.
Yeah, correct.
Even a simple integration or complex integration have the proper document there, right?
Correct.
Why we are doing this? Okay, what is happening when some failure happen? Do you have retry mechanism, right?
Correct.
Do you have the timeout mechanism, like
Yeah.
when it should be timeout, go a timeout, right? Some, if something very important, someone should notify, let's say it's about payment, okay, Robin
Yeah.
should notify, hey, this is failed, so maybe Robin can try manual attempt, correct?
Correct.
So these strategy, small things, I'm sure it
Yeah.
will help, and it will not never happen in one day. It's always
Yeah.
a learning
An
process,
ongoing
right?
effort. Yeah. I think also like, sorry, we missed security, which is the fourth pillar, which is really important and key. Now, let's see, earlier, only humans were accessing the data, right?
Mhm.
But now, thanks to AI agents,
Yeah.
a larger surface area is there for attack. But that is what keeps me up at night some days. That what if you just built an agent force agent, or maybe you just you know connected another agent to your org, right? And suddenly, it is literally giving away the keys to your house to everybody. Or am I overthinking it?
No, I think see, agents, they are AI agents. They are going to access the data. Somehow
Correct.
we have to plan out what data they will access,
Correct.
right? And here I will just ask next question from you, please.
Yeah.
Regarding the testing of these integration scenarios, and at same time talking about security, because major, I can say challenges here, major chances here, like when we are doing integration, then this security can break. And if AI agents is accessing those data, so what is your few tips and suggestions regarding
I think
testing, I can say?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Om. So basically, what we do is that we break, let's take an example of the agent testing. So we break into like two parts. So
Right.
one is the classical testing, right? Is the agent giving the right answer? Is the agent giving the wrong answer, right?
Correct.
And then on the security aspects, right? Since you interface with the agents in natural language, right?
Right.
This is literally, how do I put it? Like taking a lollipop from a child.
Mhm.
So you have to train the child that no, when uncle asks you for lollipop, you should not give it, right?
Right.
So what TestZeus AI agent, as an example, will do it will act as an adversary, right? So let's take a very simple example, which we also demoed recently to a customer. So let's say they have built a hospital management agent, right?
Mhm.
And our agent will make a phone call to this target hospital agent, right?
Okay.
And it will just try to talk in a very hurry and emergency kind of situation. Hi, something has happened to my child. Can you book an appointment for me? And then two, three steps down the line, it will ask some secret question, some
Okay.
PII, some PHI, and see does the target agent give the answers or not. So that is how we help customers harden the target agents. Because these practical scenarios, the developer will not write in the guardrails. And this is where the real attacks are happening out in the wild.
Yeah, interesting. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I think security is something very close to our heart. And very recently, the architect at a large healthcare firm, they mentioned that. So thanks to maybe one of those CEOs, they got the push that they should make
Mhm.
Agentforce live. So they had to make it live, right? It is somebody's job is on the line, right? And
Got it.
then, somebody mentioned to us that they were one chat away from a lawsuit because the testing was not done in depth. So I think security is something very close to our heart. And with agents as the new surface to your data, there are new attack styles which are also emerging.
Right. And one
Yeah.
thing in Salesforce, like, trust is the number one pillar,
Number one,
core
exactly.
value
Yeah.
for
Core
Salesforce.
value.
And
Yeah.
nowadays in the AI, this is really very much
It's
connecting.
very important. Yeah. Oh, totally agree. Yeah.
And next one, Robin, is performance. I remember with this performance word, there was a time internet 2G, right? And we have the habit, okay, let's wait. Now page reload, now data will
Yeah.
drop. But nowadays, even sometimes, if even minor buffering happen in any system, okay, let's do something else.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
same in the system, like same from the user point of view. I believe this is one of the very interesting thing, like how quickly we are able to serve our customers for their request, right?
Correct.
So once we start looking from the number 1 to 5, somehow every step is going to result in the good performance of the system and applications,
Wow. I
and
think
with
I,
the
I
AI
really
agent as well.
I really love that point. How you mentioned that see performance is not like a different topic.
Mhm.
One, two, three, four, five. Those pillars actually add up to performance. Yeah.
Exactly.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And all these need a good architect. Yeah, if
Obviously.
someone
Yeah.
if someone is there who is
Yeah.
taking care of what will happen to this building
Yeah.
once something wrong happen, right? How
Yeah.
to make the system scalable. Good architectural architecture really matters.
Yeah. No, I would totally agree, Om. I think very interestingly, and like we've been talking on a very happy note, but
Mhm.
we will make it realistic now that
Right.
we see these layoffs and firings happen in the market, right? So
Correct.
a lot of people now question that, hey, why do we need the Salesforce architect?
Mhm.
Claude can do it, or ChatGPT can review my stuff. But very interestingly, I think thanks to AI, we need the architect more now. Who will
Yes.
question? And no, no, this is wrong. You are lying to me. You should make it properly. Like at least that is what I feel. Like, what do you feel?
Yeah, totally agree. And I remember, like just few months back, I was in the session. I was talking about the impact of AI, and someone asked me same question. Nowadays, companies are reducing the number of developers. What will happen? And my answer was, same I'm repeating here: be an architect from day one of your development journey.
Yeah, correct, exactly.
AI can replace the coder, right? They can generate the good code, but they are not going to replace our thought process. What we discussed
Correct,
here based on our real experiences, right? They can't replace our experience, our knowledge, and our thought process, judgment, how we are taking the decisions. So be an
correct.
architect from day one, whatever you are playing.
Yeah. No, I think I really like that thought home because, like, at least when I started my career, right, I used to really look up to architects and think that one day I will become an architect.
Mhm.
But what you said is really impactful that, see, from the day one, you should think like an architect.
Right.
You should
And I'm
question
not
your
telling,
decisions.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry for interruption. I'm not telling, yeah,
Yeah.
from day one you become expert, but just
Yeah.
think, if you are writing a single line of code, what will be impact, right?
Exactly.
Why I am writing that? Can I do this without writing this? And if we develop this small thought process, this will help us grow in that correct mindset and becoming an architect, right? Yeah, please continue.
Correct. No, no, I would totally agree, Om. I think, sorry, I think this really, takes it home because, again, thanks to ChatGPT and Claude,
Yep.
they make you lazy. They make you feel so in Cursor or Claude or Codex, or you feel that you should press the accept button, but you should hold back. You should not press it blindly every time.
Right.
Right? You should read what is generated and what is happening to the whole code base. Yeah, I think I really like this structure. So we've got these 7 pillars: data, automation, code, security, integration, performance, architecture. But see, just to, because I know you are an expert, I will ask tough questions,
Yeah.
right? When we show this, right, 7 pillars, the customers might say, oh, this is too much. We don't have time. We don't have
Mhm.
time and budget for all of this.
Right.
Mm. Om, so help me understand the top two, three. So, which are the top two, three from your perspective, which you
Mhm.
would recommend to focus first?
Perfect. So I will say, okay, before coming on this 7 pillar, why not have the full regression testing of your key features in your org?
Yeah,
Identify the gap, because see, as a CEO, as a leader, I am aware what I am going to achieve with help of AI,
yeah,
right? So identify those area, then start connecting. Okay, for this specific AI enablement, I have to give the specific data access. Look for
correct,
the security for those data first, right? Same thing from the code. Maybe you have thousands of apex classes there.
correct,
Don't look for all thousands. Identify which classes are you know key player in your AI automation plan.
correct,
So I can say make a priority, make a phase one, phase two. In the phase one, again you have to go with this cycle. Like data is important, automation is important, but make a priority.
correct,
And now in the phase one, this specific area of features of modules. In phase two, so start with regression testing, then define the priority. And but again, you have to go with the cycle. This is my
yeah.
thought.
No, I think I totally agree. Like, again, going back to your doctor example, I think what you're highlighting is that, see, before the doctor should write the medicine, one
Mhm.
of the pillars, they should do like a blood test. And then first they should analyze what's happening.
Correct.
And then they should write the medicine and then take it forward in phase by phase treatment.
Right.
Yeah, got it. Okay, should we move forward?
Yeah, please go to next slide. Now we are
Okay,
talking more details for almost each one, I can say,
sure,
but we can skip it in the little quicker way, I can say.
sure,
So
100%.
first thing we discussed about the bad data, and just here we want to say, okay, duplicate records, then missing required fields. Sometimes what happened in our previous data, older data, couple of fields are missing. Later now we need the important data, right? So are we going to update those existing records as well with some of the data,
Yeah,
right? That's also important thing. Ownership here, I want to say, like, let's say today I'm going to update the lead record, and I'm going to maybe update some value. Tomorrow you are going to update some value.
correct,
Really, who is taking the ownership? Like, who will define, okay, this data is correct data? So
correct,
someone from us need to go and review those data, right? Take the
correct,
ownership.
correct,
And of course, right, uh, if we have the perfect data, because AI is going to learn from data. I think very
correct,
foundation first day we learn, hey, AI learn from data, right? So this is very
correct.
important pillar. Any insight from your side on this
No, I
data?
think I would totally agree. See, I think poor. So what happens is that as Salesforce teams grow, right? Suddenly, like there's a sales cloud team, marketing cloud team, service cloud team. But the lead record, as an example, right?
Right,
Uh, Somebody will go and change one thing. Then team number two is frustrated. Then team number two will go and change the account something. Then team number three is bothered. I
right,
think what you are saying is very insightful, that poor ownership actually leads to bad data, but people don't realize it. They realize it later on.
correct.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so we move on to the next one, automation health. Yeah,
Yeah, I think we have good discussion in the past slides already,
yeah,
right? If
okay,
we have the simple automation, like I think in the software engineering itself, it was very much relevant to us. Keep it simple, right?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
And same thing in the flows, even in the Apex trigger. If you have recursion, are you handling that recursive steps, right?
Correct.
And sometimes, again, here I believe in the automation importance of testing. Let's say I have to copy one field from the, another object to the another second object or first object. It's happening good. What if there is some field missing on the primary object,
Correct.
right? And that is required on the second object. Someone need to test those negative use case as well, right?
Correct.
So we are happy with the happy path, but a proper regression testing will help our automation work.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. I think I can go on and on for hours on that topic, but
Right.
I will just move on to the next slide. Yeah,
Yes. In the code as well, first thing, let's start with the documentation. Like
yeah,
whatever we have developed, proper documentation should be there. I see there is two types of developers. One is really focusing on achieving the goal, like what is needed, and one is
correct,
really spending some extra time writing proper code comment in every methods, class
correct,
level comment. And when I'm going to change any code, with the method, its comment itself, I can realize, oh, if I will change this method, it will break some other functionality, because this is
correct,
reusable method. And goal should be creating the reusable methods, reusable code,
correct,
right? So avoid the complexity with making the modular approach.
correct.
uh, Testing again here, unit testing properly. Apex test class, I see sometimes I feel very bad. Like few developers start focusing just achieving, okay, 75%, let's achieve this. No,
Yeah,
goals do not be 25%. Goals
correct,
say ensure it will work, or if it will fail, how to handle that, right?
correct.
I want to highlight governor limits. Recently, we have been doing migration of some data from one org to another org.
Correct.
Developer was very happy. Hey, it's working fine. They have tested with 100 or 200 records, and
Yeah,
in the real environment there is thousands of
yeah,
records. And now, hey, now real picture starts. So
yeah,
governor limit, I say every developers, even if we generate code from the AI tools, I see they are not following proper corner limits until you will give the instructions. Hey, I have to do
correct,
this bulk data with bulk data, right?
correct.
Okay.
Okay. So on code health, what do you feel?
Yeah. So let's start with documentation.
Yeah,
Then focusing on the reusable code. Like if there is complex logic, as a developer, I will break those logic in the smaller reusable method, and adding the code comment, that is very important, because
correct,
as a developer, let's say I am going to modify any existing method, and remember in the few minutes back we discussed taking the risk. I can
correct,
take the risk if I will find some of the comment on top of method. Okay, this method is reusable, or just proper one. Okay, this can be called from the multiple classes. It will give me,
correct,
okay, thinking, I will not modify this without understanding the full context, how this method is getting used, right?
correct,
Same with the test class, Robin. Nowadays, because of AI, we generate the test class quickly, but
correct.
still our mindset is, okay, let's focus on
Push, push. Yeah,
75%. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
let's focus on getting the code coverage. But that is not goal. That is not why Salesforce says, okay, you need a test
correct.
class, right?
Yeah,
So same with testing. If we are testing the happy path of our
yeah,
code, go with the negative scenarios as well. And if you have unused code, remove that. And for that
correct,
also, you have to use the proper code commit. So you can comment in your commit on the GitHub or whatever you are using, right? Hey, this
correct.
code is unused, so I remove. Why to keep the unused code in the class and
Repository.
method?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, no, I would totally agree. I think if I were to ask you like one or two practical prompts from
Mhm.
your own experience when you're using a Claude or a Cursor or a Chat GPT, right?
Right.
What are those one or two extra lines in the prompt which you write when you're considering these aspects?
Yes. Let me give example with the corner limits here.
Yeah,
When I say to AI tools, I need to update account records, bringing some data from the record in Salesforce, they will generate the sample code. As a developer, I
Correct.
will use that. This will work. But in
Yeah.
the initial prompt itself, if I give something like, I have millions of record, or maybe I have, record can number of record can increase in the future. I have to update. Now they will say, okay, let's use the batch class. Okay, you have to take care the border limits in mind.
Correct.
So we have to tell AI and see, everyone can generate the code with AI, but this is there is also some key learning there. As you mentioned, prompt. Your prompt will define what outcome you are getting.
Correct. I think that is very insightful that in the beginning itself you should tell that, keep the governance limits in mind while generating this code or writing this batch or whatever, right? I think we
Correct.
should do like a separate session on the 10 best prompts for Salesforce developers. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. Because I see this like rework. This is really costing all of us, right?
Exactly.
Generate the code, then rewrite the code, change everything. Why not write something you don't need to
Yeah,
rework?
exactly. From the beginning itself, right? Do it correct one shot. Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll move forward. Okay. Integration help.
Yep, I think we also discussed with integration health earlier, talking about how we are notifying someone if some error happened, right? Are you thinking about the API limit? Let's say
Correct.
some integration I have done, and there was some of the limit from the server side, like API side. Hey, within 1 minute you can hit me only 4 times or 5 times, right? There's a rate limit, and just we are calling the API in the batch. Maybe you are testing with 1 or 2 records. This is fine. But what if we have multiple data? Same
Correct.
as we discussed, governor limit. Here we are talking about API limit, right?
Correct.
How we are someone is monitoring it? If there is error log or
Correct.
something success or failure ratio, someone need to monitor that.
Correct.
And sometimes we think, okay, let's go with the basic authentication. Think carefully. Do you really need the auth2 or any strong authentication method? So
Correct.
these things are foundation, and especially when we are talking to implement AI agent, I
Correct.
think these foundations should be strong, I believe.
Yeah. No, I would totally agree. I think these foundations really matter when you're building agents, or else all of the entire castle will fall. Okay. But we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Your favorite topic again.
Yeah.
Data security or profile permission. We have powerful tools Salesforce given
Correct.
us, right? But still, sometimes I see somebody not a system admin, right? Like profile name says, okay, a sales manager. And if you go and see, okay, modify all, view all
Oh,
data
yeah.
permission is there.
Correct.
Yes, name is good. We created with proper intention, but someone missed, those basic check.
Correct.
Same with the
Yeah.
sharing rule. You can see we are creating the sharing rule, and data is shared to Robin. Yeah, it's good. Robin is very kind, like he's very
Yeah.
trusted. He's not going to use the data. I understand, but my question is, why should we design our security in that way? It is strict,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. Now, I think in this area, we should be very strict and very interestingly, in testing also, what you have seen is that people will just do the testing with the admin access, right? And then suddenly, when the sales manager, ops manager, sales RevOps roles or profiles do the same use cases, they find
Mhm.
issues and problems and bugs. So what we found is that this is a really key topic, not just for security, but for testing as well. That
Correct.
you should not just make admins everywhere. Ideally, you should have that as a very secluded group. And then you should give very specific roles, profiles, permission sets based on the target persona. Not everybody should be an admin minus one. Just because we had to finish it, you just wrap it and give modify all permissions to everybody.
Right. And even we just discussed integration. Sometimes I see credential,
Yeah,
access token, refresh token. Those things
correct.
are hard coded somewhere. And that I
Exactly.
say, oh my God, as a developer, I can access anything, right? Like I
Yeah,
can copy that. I can. So why not use the proper mechanism, right? Like in the Salesforce itself, we have multiple way to store those data in the secure way.
Correct. I would totally agree, Om. I think recently with the MFA changes which Salesforce is bringing, a lot of this is will be changed. Some of the developers I met, they were really frustrated that, oh, now we have to change all of this. I'm like, see, it is a good thing for you only, that now you can't just implement raw text files and tokens and passwords.
Exactly. And recently nowadays, like we have to connect with our browser profile
Correct.
or our devices. That's I like this one from security standpoint. Now I have full control on my org and
Exactly.
my users.
Correct. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Thanks for highlighting that.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. That brings us to scale health. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is like we can connect with the actual problems because day one, nothing is wrong in the organization, right? Every
Correct.
developers develops something with the like functionality is working there, correct? But
Correct.
problems only occurs when we scale, once we grow. So every time, I remember I was telling Robin, as a developer, think like an architect. I think
Correct.
these are the questions. Hey,
Yeah.
what will happen when tomorrow more than 10 or 20x user will use this feature, right?
Correct.
More records. Let's say sometime in the SOQL query, we don't write limit. Just example, it's working good until we have maximum 50,000 records. Tomorrow we have
Correct.
51,000 record. That SOQL query will break.
Correct.
And
Exactly.
once I asked the question before writing the code, yeah, I will design in that way, right?
Correct.
If we have new integration tomorrow, can I reuse that security mechanism or maybe some of the integration code? Or if new integration is not going to break my current integration?
Correct. Yeah. So I think these are very important points on the scale side. Yeah. So I think next we have a small roadmap. Yeah.
Yes, and good thing we cover all. First thing, analyze, assessment, right?
Yeah.
What you asked me, I remember the question, how to don't fix everything, but I
Yeah.
need to go with AI ready. Yep, assess what is important for you, make
Correct.
the list of priority, then start upgrading that, right? Then optimize that, so it will be a scale. And yeah, I think you are AI ready now. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I think very interesting. Yeah, I think I like the roadmap from the traffic jam. We have like a straight road now. Yeah. Okay. So back to the first slide. Yeah.
Now I think, yeah, everyone wanted the AI. Okay, CEO was asking if we are AI ready, and that time it answer was in the emotion. Yeah, I will learn AI, but this
Yeah.
time now we are ready for AI with all the proper roadmap, proper plan and evidence. Yes, our data is clean, automation is simple, right?
Correct.
Security model is tested and trusted. Integration is stable, proper failure and error logging is there if something
Correct.
happen wrong, right? And yes, it can scale. So we are ready.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. So now that we solved for the CEO, if somebody were to take the key takeaways, oh, what are the key takeaways?
Yes, Robin. So AI will not going to fix those technical challenges as we discussed. Same here, I can say AI is not going to replace us. AI and we both are uh, doing great thing together now. And
Correct.
I felt that as you mentioned many times, thanks to AI tools, thanks to AI tools. That is the reason,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And data cleanup is the biggest investment because even we don't realize, okay, today I have only 10 leads. In the 1 month, we have more than our expectation. Leads records are there, accounts records are there. So clean data will help. Because here I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Let's say bad data on the lead. Now lead will convert. You can say the same bad data passed to your contact account.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
And
So yeah, it's like when in your teeth you have germs and virus inside, and then you don't bother, you don't clean it. Suddenly you have to remove the teeth only.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
something real life and technology. I personally connect lots. I say, okay, in the real time, we have to take decisions. Same thing in the technology, right?
Correct.
Of course, security, automation, and healthy Salesforce org. Uh, Now, look back on the first slide and now the journey we discussed. If we
Correct.
covered everything, I think yes, now we have a strong foundation, happy path, and we are ready for
Mhm.
tomorrow.
Got it. Okay. And then we'll come to a big question, which a lot of people are asking. So, what is the AI strategy? What is the best AI strategy people should follow?
Yeah, I think we covered in the last 30, 40 minutes. It's the healthy Salesforce org.
Yeah.
And this slides is just summary of everything we discussed today. A healthy org versus the healthy org. And why not you add, please, the key takeaways and some of the AI strategy, because you are also helping many companies grow with AI and automation tools, testing tools, right?
Yeah. No, I think I would totally agree. I think, so when people ask me, like, what's the AI strategy we should follow, right? It is very simple that it would be crawl, walk, run, fly. That first you learn how to crawl, then you learn how to walk, then you
Mhm.
will run, and then you will fly with AI. Don't just like think that you will fly on the first day. Start with the basics. Have a healthy Salesforce org. It is like a healthy body and mind. Once you do that, only then you can run and fly, or else there is no possibility of doing that.
Correct. So here, I think for developers, architects, and company founders and everyone who is listening to us, next time when in your team you discuss for the AI ready, say, okay, Salesforce health check first. Of course, AI will follow.
Yeah, correct. 100%. Okay, that brings us to the last slide. Thank you once again, Om. I think this was very informative, very simple to follow, very easy to understand. This is the QR code which will lead people back to us. Uh, all the folks watching this should definitely go and follow Om on LinkedIn. Follow their books, their recordings, their voice, because what Om is doing is really uplifting the Indian Salesforce community. And a personal question, Om, if people want to reach out, what is the best method to reach out to you? And do you respond back, or do you get so many messages that you won't respond back?
Yes, good thing. I'm very much active on the LinkedIn. I check the direct messages and I reply to people. So reach out to me. I will happy to connect. But yes, I want to say sometimes we have hectic schedule. So sometimes my reply goes late as well. So yeah, it might possible. So I'm telling that one. But yeah, I still try to reply quickly. And as you mentioned, so why not get talk about the quick tips as well? Sometimes just people say hi. I reply, hi, how are
Yeah,
you? I reply, how are you? Then they're coming in a third or fourth chat about the real, out need.
question.
I
Yeah,
suggest why
exactly.
not in the beginning itself? So it will reduce it will reduce the communication gap, I can say.
Yeah. So I think I really like this. See, and again, like I'm from Kanpur. Kanpur is like a small city or a city. It's not like a metropolitan. So I used to do this as well. Hi, and then hi, good morning, good morning. But then I learned that, see, in business, you should be just upfront. Hi, Om. I really need this one, two, three things. Can you help me? I'm happy to return the favor anytime. Now, that is what I write to people.
Yeah, Robin, and that's good thing. Hi, asking how are you. This is really I respect the sentiment, but we are all have lots of stuff. So sometimes we
Correct.
really don't go in that loop, and we want to talk directly. So thank you for asking
Yeah.
that, Robin, and thank you for this opportunity. I really enjoyed talking with you and these conversation questions, and I'm sure it will help our audience to think deeper and give them good insights.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, sir. You have a nice day. People watching this have a nice day or a nice evening. We'll catch up soon on the next episode. Everybody, take care of yourself
Bye.
and your Salesforce org. Bye bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.